Hello, all cinephile Mike, your friendly neighborhood cinephile is here, and it is day 18 of And the Oscar Goes To, my series of shorts on who I believe will win, and in some cases, who I think should win the big award come Oscar night this coming Sunday, March 10th. So we are now looking at finished products. Next up, we have Best Live Action Short. And the nominees are The After, Misan Harriman and Nicky Bentham. Invincible, Vincent, René-Lortie, and Samuel Caron. Knight of Fortune, Lasse, Lyskjær, Noer, and Christian Norlyk. Red, White, and Blue, Nazrin, Choudhury, and Sara McFarlane. And The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar, Wes Anderson, and Stephen Rales. Let's take a look one at a time. In the after, we meet Deo, a rideshare driver in London who has to come to terms with a recent tragedy in his life. Going through his day to day motions, it is difficult to move on. However, he will learn that sometimes catharsis can come in the most likely of places, even in the arms of a stranger. In Invincible, we follow a few days in the life of Marc Antoine Bernier, a young man who appears happy while on a weekend getaway with his family, but due to various factors lives in a juvenile detention center, and we see how this impacts him and how he dreams of anything else, and we will see him do whatever he needs to do so that he can be free. In Knight of Fortune, we have two men, Carl and Torben, who have a meeting in the men's room of a morgue where they are both there grieving the loss of their respective wives. Forming a quick and unique bond, these men will come together to address how to cope with their grief, even if this leads to comedic circumstances. In Red, White, and Blue, we open with waitress and single mother Rachel, who has an important decision to make. Seeing the positive results of a pregnancy test, she will do all she can to raise the money to have the procedure and also deal with where to have this done, as abortions are banned in her home state of Arkansas. In The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar, we meet Henry, a man who can see without seeing. A gift that between this and a book that he has taken allows him to live a full, rich life, despite the doubters of people that he comes into contact with. Being able to predict the future, Henry will make the most of life circumstances as he travels the world. So, where do I fall for this one? Well, as for who I believe should win, given the issues that it raises and perhaps for the gut punch shock value, I believe that Red, White, and Blue should be the winner here. The performances are good, and the film is short enough to land its message without beating you over the head. But when it comes to who will win when that envelope is opened, I believe that this is Anderson's year, and we will hear his name called with The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. Visually, the film is an eyeful evoking the joy one gets from watching a Wes Anderson film, and the story, one of the lightest of the five, will probably have the most appeal to the voting body. So, there it is. Do you agree with me? Let me know in those comment sections. We're going to continue moving through the last few awards as we get closer. Next up, when I'm back tomorrow, we'll be talking about the best animated short. See you all tomorrow, but until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.